it ain't our fault. We talk God talk. God talk, this is God talk. This is God talk. Do you wanna walk with God?
Hey, yo, what's good, Druk? Oh, cap, man, what's good, man? I wanted to talk today. I wanted to talk about the simulation, man. Simulation, I mean, like the way I see this shit, no cap. I see behind the scenes. I see behind the lines. Like you might see, you might see a case right here, but I can see the lines, the symmetrics of this shit, like the data underneath it, the code that was written to make this. Know what I mean, the code of there's a code in everything. The code, this color has its own code. Like if you ever look this shit is crazy. Like if you ever look on Photoshop, you see the numbers, or editing a website, you see the numbers when you move the color, the numbers change type shit. That's the same with this. This is a number. It's just a frequency. This color right here. Know what I mean? So I'm saying that to explain that you could change. If you could learn how to change the code of something, you could learn how to change your frequency. Know what I mean? The color green is a frequency. Know what I mean? Resonates with the heart. Know what I mean? That's why they use it with money. Know what I mean? So if you learn how to use these colors and change your frequency and let that frequency grow inside of you, because you could feel the frequency. You look at something, you could feel it. Most of us don't notice, but you look at a color, the sensation right here changes. Know what I mean? I look at this, the sensation changes. But you gotta be real sensitive. You gotta be real subtle. This is why they keep you stimulated. Noise, noise, noise. Cars, trucks, construction, this, that, society. Boom. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Did you hear the news? Did you hear that? Did you happen to Joe? Did you hear what happened to, like there's mad shit going on, and they want your attention like this all the time. So you never look here. Know what I mean? But the trick is to be still. When you're still, you can hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Just fine.
I don't know if y'all tune with that, but that's a classic right there. If y'all can hear that, but the simulation. Know what I mean? I feel like this is a divine simulation. It's not just any old simulation that's created by regular niggas. Know what I mean? It's a divine simulation. Know what I mean? I feel like we created this ourselves. Know what I mean? But the creator is a deeper form of yourself. Not the self that you think you are, but the self that you truly are type shit. How you know this, know what I mean? How would you possibly fucking know this? You gotta tune into yourself. You see, you put the answers right where the closest place they could be. The ancient text, what does it say? The Bible, what does it say? It says, God stickers closer than a brother. What stickers closer to you than a brother? Your heart. Know what I mean? This is closer to you than anything else could ever be close to you. Know what I mean? So you gotta understand and listen to your heart. Feelize this shit. Feel who you are type shit. Know what I mean? So in this simulation, whatever you want to call it, in this animation simulation, like we are animated. We're just animated bodies. Be animated by a soul or animated by energy. Some people could be animated by dark energy. Some people could be animated by light. Know what I mean? Some people could be animated by both. Some could be a balance. Know what I mean? Some people could be bots, animated by nothing. Animated by illusions. Know what I mean? So how do you know all this? How do you get in tune with yourself? How do you be able to feel enough to be able to differentiate your reality type shit? Because it's all written, it's all here, it's all in the code, it's all in you. Know what I mean? So depending on what you're animated by, know what I mean, how do you get back to the truth? Know what I mean? How do you get back to the root of it all so that you can see? You become present. Know what I mean? Presence is one of the biggest things into rooting yourself. Know what I mean? Presence is going to help you to see your own thoughts. Therefore, be able to see that those aren't your thoughts. Then seeing that things in reality, you're not as dense as you thought you was. You're not connected to this as much as you thought you are, giving you more of a connection to it. In a different way, though. Know what I mean? But that connection is stronger when you're connected in a different way because you understand it differently. Like, when you see something different, what you see changes. That's because you're projecting the simulation, dude. You projecting this shit, know what I mean? Like, the holographic universe, know what I mean? Look up the holographic universe, do research on that and see what I'm talking about, know what I mean? This that you seeing, this that I'm seeing, everything is the light from here type shit, know what I mean? Like, because everything down here, like the light from our eyes picks up on the light here type shit, know what I mean? Then it's wired. Like, this takes like, I don't know, a millisecond or some shit. Like, it takes a very short time. But when you think about it, this is actually delayed. Know what I mean? When you get in tune with the heart, you see that it's not really delayed. You see that you see what's real. Know what I mean? You see that you're really the truth. Know what I mean? You see that when I feel, when I'm feeling, I see that this is a projection. Cause I could feel a car come up before a car comes up. I could feel somebody beat before somebody beat. I could feel somebody walk next to me before somebody walk next to me. I could feel when someone's about to talk or when someone's about to yell before they do it. Know what I mean? This is how I know this is a projected. This is being projected from you. Know what I mean? All this shit is being projected from you type shit. These niggas is telling me about my own post that I posted. Know what I mean? But yeah. Know what I mean? And it's about, to master this shit, it's about focusing on what you want. Because the way the simulation works, it works on love. Know what I mean? It works on oneness. It works on sensation. Know what I mean? And to sense yourself, you got to be able to sense what's not you. Know what I mean? Therefore, when you know what's not you, you direct yourself to yourself, then you focus on yourself. Know what I mean? You get rid of anything that's not you type shit. You get rid of the shit that doesn't give you happiness. Know what I mean? Because it's not you. If something doesn't give you happiness, if something doesn't feed your soul, if the something doesn't help you be you more, express yourself or animate you more, and give you more life, it's probably not for you type shit. It's probably not you. Know what I mean? There's different shit resonates with different people type shit, and different people are here for different missions. Know what I mean? It's not, it's like it's a lot. Know what I mean? It's a lot to explain in one video type shit. Know what I mean? But it's a lot. You got bots that are watching people to keep people at certain levels. You got people who just want to see the world fucking burn. You got niggas who want to save the world. You got niggas who just do them and they automatically save the world by emitting their own frequency. You got niggas who create their own universe. Like, you could create whatever you want here, basically. Basically what I'm saying, you can do whatever you want, but know that it comes back to you. Know what I mean? Know that everything you do comes back to you. Know what I mean? And know that when you're doing the will of your heart, you're protected type shit. Know what I mean? Know when you're doing the will of source, you're protected type shit. Know what I mean? And you just put out good energy. You just put out love. You just put out frequency. You just put out what you want in order to attract that to you. Know what I mean? Because you're going to attract what you need. You're going to attract everything you need type shit. Know what I mean? When you take the step to get there. How do you do that? How does one... Because your body's going to animate on its own. We think we're doing all this, but when you make the decision to change, your body is going to animate that decision. Know what I mean? Like this right here, this movie, you don't have to think about this. You could just animate yourself. Know what I mean? Why do I keep using the term animate? Because you look at an animation, somebody draws that, know what I mean, put it together, like, we're a real-time animation. If you really look at life, if you really look at us, we're a real-time animation. But where is this animation taking place? What's going on here? Why is it taking place? Know what I mean? Say life. Know what I mean? Life wanted to see what it was. Know what I mean? So it created something that was finite. It created something that it wasn't, but also it can move through to see that it is type shit. Know what I mean? What is that? Darkness. The dimmest quality of light, the dimmest light. Know what I mean? You're not the darkness, but it's a part of you. Know what I mean? You're not the animation, but it's a part of you. Type shit, know what I mean? You're what animates the animation. You're what lights up the dark. Type shit. You're both. Know what I mean? But when you see it like this, that you came down here to animate this soul. Let's say this is the soul. You pulled up and you pulled up. You animate it now. It's alive. Not soul, body, know what I mean? Or whatever you want to call this shit, know what I mean? There's mad terms for this shit. But you animate this with your soul. Your soul is made out of light. What is light made out of? Information. What is information? Light, know what I mean? Code type shit, know what I mean? Program, whatever you want to call it. But we have a divine spark that allows us to be a conscious creation of these programs type shit, a conscious creation of what we want, a conscious creation of love type shit, know what I mean? When you're a conscious creation of love, you start to attract more yourself into you, into your being, into your body, into your vessel. Then your vessel starts to move on its own. You start to see that your body is its own animation as well of light. Know what I mean? You automatically do shit, know what I mean? Now be out of this world type shit, know what I mean? So it's up to you to see the simulation, know what I mean? See this shit for what it really is. Cause when you know it's that, you get to decide what you want. Like if you're playing GTA, you put in a cheat code in a tank pull up, know what I mean? A sports car pull up, know what I mean? It's the same here. You put in a cheat code, make yourself feel a certain way. A sports car is gonna pull up. You don't even have to worry about how it's gonna come. Just some crazy shit gonna happen. It's gonna be like you gonna meet somebody random as hell or something or anything. You gonna get an email. You gonna get a call. It's gonna be random, know what I mean? And then they you might not even know what it's related to, know what I mean? That's why you gotta be open. So this happens type shit, know what I mean? And then that leads to something else, and then you get that. You get whatever you wanted type shit. You get what you're looking for type shit, know what I mean? It's all about you knowing yourself. It's all about you knowing what you're fucking made of. That's the only reason I call it simulation, because that's a concept for you to explore, know what I mean? Because you can explore a simulation. You can dissect the simulation type shit, know what I mean? You can see how it works, know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do here, know what I mean? Like people say there's nothing to figure out, but there's things to figure out to get better at being you. Know what I mean? You just figuring yourself out just by learning type shit, know what I mean? That you learn yourself. You learn who you are, you learn what to do, you learn how to be type shit, know what I mean? When you learn how to be, you express different energy type shit, know what I mean? You no longer need to express what nobody else expresses because you're on a different level. Know what I mean? You can express something different. You could allow yourself to be animated by love instead of fear. Know what I mean? When you animated by love, that's what you get back. Put out love into the universe, that's what you're gonna get back type shit, know what I mean? There's illusionary things here. There's emotions that we feel that are not real. There are things that we feel that are not real. What is the purpose of this? So that there are other creatures could live through us. Through us, creatures live through addiction. Creatures live through because it's in the dark, know what I mean? When we're unconscious of ourselves, we're in the dark. And then they live through these parts of us that are in the dark because our spirit, our soul isn't shining there. Addiction to liquor. That's why they call it spirits, know what I mean? Addiction to weed, addiction to money, addiction to alcohol, addiction to anything causes an unbalance within your being. And what's a balance is a balance between you and what's here type shit, know what I mean? And if you're not here enough, something else will take over. I don't think you can be here too much. There has to be a balance. You gotta allow your unconscious to be as well. Know what I mean? That's the balance. You gotta allow your body to be as well. Like if you don't do what your body wants you to do, type shit, sometimes it's gonna cause depression. It's gonna cause this. It's gonna cause that. So it's a balance. You can't be too here or too much not here, type shit. Know what I mean? So understanding the simulation, like I might even write something on this. Understanding the simulation is like understanding your deeper self, understanding what the program runs on. It's like understanding the computer that the program is running on type shit, know what I mean? It's like understanding what's really going on, what's the code type shit, know what I mean? What code is a human? What code is an alien? What code is a gray? What code is a Arcturian? What code is a what other one? Syrian? What code is a Lyran? What code is this? What code is that? Because these are codes of consciousness that all come into one stream of consciousness, which is your body, which is you, know what I mean? And all these light codes you could receive. I receive information from different space groups as well, know what I mean? There's a lot of space groups I get information from, know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm connected to, what is it called? One of them is like wizards and shit, know what I mean? I'm connected to them niggas too. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm connected to them niggas because I show you right now, matter of fact, know what I mean? Like this shit, I literally just cooked this up. Know what I mean? Like this shit, like these are type of sounds. Hold on. I'm not done with this shit, bro. Like I always go for like some mystic vibe or some shit like that. Know what I mean? Like I'm saying, when you know this shit, you gonna start to use this shit, cause all this shit is taking place in here. Those stars that's light years away, those are right here. Know what I mean? Billions of light years away, whatever. They're right in here. You can access them by going within. Know what I mean? We think we have to go outside of us. We think we have to go to space. No, you go inside, and then you can probably. I feel like in our lifetimes, niggas might be able to fucking teleport and fly and shit, just by knowing who you are, by being connected to this shit. Know what I mean? I feel like, I really feel like that shit is possible. No cap. I really feel like a nigga could just get up and just teleport, or just be like, and go somewhere else type shit. Know what I mean? Cause it happens symbolically too. It happens with our feelings. So when we learn how to feelize this full body, know what I mean? Feelize this full realm type shit. Know what I mean? Like I feel like niggas would be able to do shit like that. Know what I mean? Cause when you do that, you're literally, you're just consciousness, know what I mean? And you're changing the consciousness of what's going on type shit, know what I mean? When you do shit like that. Like you change, know what I mean? You switch it up type shit, know what I mean? And that too, it's important to be aware of frequencies. I could pick up on when the frequency is doing something type shit, know what I mean? I could pick up and I know how to react. I know how to respond to it, know what I mean? You gotta know yourself to the point where you're able to be yourself, whatever type shit, know what I mean, through whatever is going on in life, know what I mean. So when you understand the simulation, you understand yourself more. It's only because I study myself that I see how this can be a simulation. But it's, don't get me wrong, it's a divine simulation. It's not no simulation that's with a crappy programmer. This program, whatever programmed this, whatever created this, was very fucking intelligent, very fucking divine, very fucking lit. Know what I mean? Cause it made all this shit. It made partying. It made this, it made that, it made drinking, it made doing this, it made that. But you had to do these things in balance. Know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't live life. You gotta live by a strict code. You gotta be who you are and be your truth. That might be different for somebody else. Being authentically you or positive could mean fucking wrangling somebody if they step on your foot or some shit. That's how some niggas is. That's who they feel like they are. That's who they could have been in their past life. They could have been a fucking king, and they just still got that energy or some shit. And you disrespect them the wrong way, and they will wrangle you. It's just like a video game. Nigga said they will wrangle you, but it's just like a video game. Now I mean, like, when you understand what's going on here, you start to connect to it differently. You start to connect to it through more realistic, realistic, not the fake realistic. Like, where niggas be like, be realistic, man. Like, no, nigga, that's not real. The real that the Matrix talks about is the real that they gave you. The real is the imagination, your inner being. Everything that I'm talking about in this video is within your inner being, type shit. Like, you see on my intro, on the creative plane intro, that the squares and shit, know what I mean? That's what I mean by the simulation. That's what the creative plane is. You create whatever the fuck you want with your lifestyle, with who you are, with what you want to be, with what you want to do, with what you want to accomplish type shit, know what I mean? You create that by creating yourself a better personality and you create a better reality. So when you study this shit, when you have the answers to, to who you are type shit, to what you want, because some answers don't have words, you have to feel them type shit. Now I mean, when you understand some answers don't have words and you have to feel them, you start to align with that you even more. You start to align with the things that are you even more, and you start to feel yourself more than you feel what's here. What's here can no longer even get to you, know what I mean? Because you're feeling yourself way too much for it to even get into your psyche, for it to get into your field, for it to get into your reality. Know what I mean? You have to understand who you is. Let this energy come and go. Let it dissipate. Don't hang on to it, know what I mean? Allow this shit. Allow it. Everything you hear, allow it. Know what I mean? Everything that's going on, allow it. Because the things you might not even see. That's why how sensitive I am. I see how the things around you try to feed off your energy. When you're not in your vibration, it tries to feed off your energy. Everything. Now I mean, it could be anything and everything. That's why I'm glad I'm glad I'm so sensitive and everything happened the way it did. Like I don't owe nothing type shit for myself type shit, know what I mean? Like everything happened the way it did, I see it happen like that for a reason. And I could be myself even more. I could love myself even more. I create what I want even more type shit because I know who the fuck I am now. Know what I mean? I'm not leaving that up in the air type shit, know what I mean? I'm using what everything that I am type shit, know what I mean? That's what it's about. It's about being yourself type shit. When you're yourself, none of this shit matters. Like literally, if you in a video game, you're not gonna give a fuck. Know what I mean? Cause you know if you get out, you're gonna respawn. That's what this shit is about. Know what I mean? But you can't get out here. Your soul is infinite. Know what I mean? This is why they created games. This is why games mimic this. Know what I mean? Games are just mimicking this. And you could free yourself while you're here, while you're on the outside type shit. Know what I mean? And then once you're free once you free yourself inside, you become free on the outside type shit. Know what I mean? But I also feel like there's more to freedom. Know what I mean? There's more levels of freedom that you could reach type shit just by understanding who you is. Know what I mean? Just by aligning with you and being the real you. Because when you're the real you see the real in the reality type shit. You see the real in the things around you, and you see what's really not you. Know what I mean? And you start to align with what is you type shit. Know what I mean? And your words will bring life. Know what I mean? Because you are life. You're bigger than what's here. You're bigger than anything you experience. You're bigger than anything in your reality type shit. Know what I mean? So sticking close to you first. Know what I mean? That's what I would say. You don't even need to try to trust anything outside of you. You don't need to worry to trust anything outside of you. You don't need to, because there's laws and simulations. I mean, laws and rules to the simulation when you learn and understand. Like this book, Spiritual Laws of Success, and what's his other book? This shit is like, you don't take shit personally, know what I mean? So you could live in heaven while everything else is in hell. And you can still be fine, know what I mean? Even if hell is around you, you'll still be fine because you know it's a simulation through the rules of this reality. But you can read it like a book. It won't say it's a simulation. It'll tell you, be like this for this to happen. Look at it like this for this to happen type shit, know what I mean? But what is this book called? It's at the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to think of the name of this book. The Four Agreements, know what I mean? Some shorty on Instagram, I seen it from her. As soon as she popped up, that shit popped up. The Four Agreements type shit, know what I mean? When you understand the Four Agreements, know what I mean? You understand what's up. Know what I mean? Look up that book and read it type shit, know what I mean? But it's a simulation dream, know what I mean? So you want to dream what you want in this simulation type shit. You want to create what you want here type shit, know what I mean? And I'll probably also upload that video, or they put it at the end of this video. But this shit is really what you make of it, know what I mean? So you want to create what's best for you. You want to create a lifestyle that's going to make you feel like you, know what I mean? You want to create a lifestyle where you don't need external approval from an outside group, but you have already approved of yourself enough for you to just know what I mean? And then people pick up on that. Because that's really the reason people admire people so much, or people like somebody so much, or this or that, because they love themselves, because they know what this is. But when you love yourself, you automatically love everything around you, and they could feel that. Therefore, they love that being, that person. Know what I mean? So it's about you understanding yourself. When you understand yourself, you're going to develop a certain amount of self-love, and that shit is going to vibrate through the cosmos, know what I mean? And you can be felt across the entire universe. And the people and the beings that love you across the universe, because there's beings that love you across the universe. Know what I mean? I'm talking, they really love you because they love themselves at such a high level. They love all creation at such a high level, and they will help you. They will tell you what to do. They will move you. They'll give you love. They'll send you things to help you to be yourself more, and to help you to ward anything off that's not you, and to help you to love yourself even more, and to create what you want here type shit. Know what I mean? Once you become a being of oneness and start loving and not pushing anything away because you don't want it, and you become that oneness, that frequency that just goes, that flows, just like energy does. It just flows. You never see energy flow, stop, go back, and look around. You see energy, it just flows. It keeps flowing. How do you keep flowing? You need the negative and the positive. You can't look at it no type of way. You gotta look at it in oneness. You gotta look. This how I look at the simulation to help me to see better. Know what I mean? To help me to evolve type shit. Know what I mean? To help me to be a better me. I look at it like that. Just like negative and positive. The front of us and the back of us. We would have eyes in the back of our head if we had to worry about the past. If we had to worry about what was behind us, we would have eyes in the back of our head. So don't lose sleep over the past. Know what I mean? Keep moving forward. Look at the past, learn from the past, but you keep moving forward. That's how energy is designed. As soon as you don't want something, you halt your energy. Because when you don't want something, you stop. So you just focus on what you want. Even if what you don't want is there, you focus on what you want. Know what I mean? Focus on your desires. Focus on love. Focus on frequency. Know what I mean? Watch what happens. Watch what you create out of this shit. Know what I mean? Because you creating your own universe. You creating your own reality based on the truth. Just like this illusion is based on the truth. I fucked that up. Just like the illusion is based on, just like the Matrix is based on this. It actually is based on the truth, but it's a lie. See, all things have to come from somewhere, but lies come to an end. Know what I mean? That's the only thing. Lies come to an end. Know what I mean? The illusion is a lie. The Maya is a lie. This entire thing is a lie, but life is the truth. So our lives will never end. You come back as something else until you realize what you are, until you upgrade, until you get to where you need to be. But the illusion is gonna end. Know what I mean? This shit is gonna end. Type shit. Know what I mean? That's why you have to know who you is. I'm not saying in a scary way, because the end is only a new beginning of another life type shit. Know what I mean? Every time something ends, you graduate, this happens, it's only a new beginning to another part of yourself. Those are just thoughts, forms of you changing. So you gotta look at that like, if those are forms of me changing type shit. I used to think I was that when I was young. I used to think I was this. I grew up. Know what I mean? What about this body? This body like is completely different from when you was younger. Know what I mean? Your cell space might have changed. Your cells might have changed. They're completely replaced as well. You don't have the same body as you did 3 months ago or 6 months ago. I forgot how the rate. But you don't have the same cells in your body. So those transitions, what do you think happens when your body transitions? Know what I mean? You're just transitioning out of this realm type shit. Know what I mean? That's how you overcome the illusion of death. Death is an illusion type shit. Know what I mean? You don't have to fear nothing. If you come straight from love, you're going to see that, you're going to feel that, and you're going to replicate that type shit, know what I mean? And you'll see past the illusion. You'll see the things that you don't need to feel type shit, know what I mean? I'm about to bark on this fucking cat. No cat. Yo, shut up! Shut up, cat! Damn, nigga. That shit is annoying. I don't give a fuck. I'm human. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to this shit meow when I try to fucking talk louder or some shit. Know what I mean? That shit is annoying. Like I did, I fucking stomp that shit. Say nah, I don't do all that. That's OD. But yeah. nigga said I'm human. But that ass though, like align with yourself so that you know more about what you is type shit. Know what I mean? When you align, none of this shit matters. Type shit, know what I mean? Even like the T is little shit. Like that shit won't matter when you know who you is, when you align, when you have that intimate connection with yourself. Type shit, know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Create an intimate connection with yourself and you'll see how all this works. You'll see how the simulation really works. You'll see the theories. You'll see what's going on. You'll see what's really up. Type shit, know what I mean? Now this shit wanna shut the fuck up when I'm not talking. And that too, like some of this shit be being controlled as well, type shit. But when you in a love frequency, none of it matters. You don't care about shit, know what I mean? Cause I noticed that, bro. I noticed that shit. Even when I watch other people's videos, like I watched Foster's video, like he said the bugs was hacked. I think that's true. Know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm doing some shit and out of nowhere some shit just come and it just starts trying to distract you or some shit. Like it knows it's in the simulation too. And then it pulls up and then it doesn't want you to figure that out. Like it's the simulation controlling that type shit, know what I mean? And that's the same with people. The simulation will start to control them. You see them wake up. Because this shit's been going on for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Mankind has been being controlled by this lower force for thousands of years. I'm not saying the simulation, the matrix, know what I mean? But the simulation is what the matrix runs on. The matrix is like you double click it and it starts up, know what I mean? So that's what happens every morning when people don't wake up consciously. They just double click the matrix. They have that. It's just like a computer. You pick what programs you want on the startup. They've chose the matrix, know what I mean? So it's about choosing yourself, putting yourself first, and using you, because you're the closest thing to what you're the closest thing to everything, you know what I mean? You're what you need in this reality. So align your mind with divine. Be free to be. Allow yourself to be what you want here so that you could create what you want. And research these theories that I'm talking about, know what I mean? Do your research, know what I mean? You'll see. You'll fall in love with yourself. Because when you know who you are, that makes you love yourself more. That's why these beings love themselves so much they could love you, because they know what they are. Type shit, know what I mean? So align your mind with divine type shit, know what I mean? Allow yourself to be free to be. Know what I mean? Create what you want here so you can see what you need to see. Know what I mean? But it's your boy, Tay the GOAT on the creative plane. Line your mind with divine type shit. Be free to be. Know what I mean? Create what you want here, dude. It's all up to you. Peace.
Was God talk, this is God talk, this is God talk. It ain't our fault, we told God talk. Order how my red, some my spirit shit. Look it for your heart.